Hi, my name is David Rivera. This is my storyteller speech about how my first car accident taught me a new perspective of life and how important it is to take the advice your parents give you. As students in high school, we have all been excited about getting our driver's license and going anywhere we wanted after waiting such a long time to drive. But things can change in an instant if you're not always cognitive about what you're doing on the road. It was the time of November 2019. I had just gotten a 2008 Lexus IS350 for my birthday a couple of months ago. It was a beautiful car, and I knew I had to take care of it because my parents gifted it to me, and I knew how special it was to them and to me as well. I was extremely grateful for it. Although I had my license for a few months, I thought of myself as an experienced driver. With all the driving hours I've done for my permit, I thought I knew everything about the road, but it's not how it was for me. My mom always told me to look always before turning and to always drive carefully, especially with the crazy drivers in Las Vegas. I always responded with a, "Yes, I know, Mom. You tell me the same thing all the time." In reality, I didn't listen and took the advice she gave me for granted. I was excited to drive to school and not worry about missing the bus or getting a ride from a friend. There was always some type of encounter though, as I took the road to school. There were tons of inexperienced drivers along with me as well that I had to face. A couple weeks after having my license, I got into another unexpected event. I was running late for school in a rush to not be tardy for class. I was speeding on the road, and since the main roads that I usually take to school were slow, I thought I had a chance to get there faster by slamming on the gas pedal and thinking I was going to be fine since there were barely any cars. But there was a car sitting at a stop sign in the neighborhood and didn't see me from a certain distance because he was on a higher ground than me. He decided to turn early and didn't see me at the last second. As I was speeding down that road, I had to make a quick turn and react quickly. But luckily, I got out of the way to avoid another car accident that happened to me. My mom was talking about being careful on the road with ignorant and stupid drivers. I knew that I was one of them and had to do better. It was the morning of November 2019. I wasn't having the best morning. All I had to do was wake up, brush my teeth, and head straight to school. After I was done with my classes, I went to Taco Bell because I was hungry. When I was done eating my lunch, I was at a stoplight waiting to turn left. Instead of an arrow, I had a solid green, which meant that I had to yield before I turned. As I was turning, I thought I was clear to go. But at the last second, I saw a truck coming straight to my passenger side. He hit me very hard, hit me like a truck. It all happened so fast to me. I knew I made one of the biggest mistakes of my life and deeply regretted what I had done. The first thought I had after the accident was to call my parents. I was shocked at what happened and traumatized about how close I was to being seriously hurt. I told them where I was and they showed up as fast as they could. The cops were there, and 2 ambulances had arrived at the scene. Everything seemed so surreal to me, like it was just all a bad dream and I was still asleep. After giving all the information and story of what happened to the police, I went home with sadness and anger at myself for the stupidity of my actions. I had a lot of guilt. I caused more stress for my parents and knew that this would affect with how I am today. Although this was one of the worst experiences of my life, there was also some good that I learned from this. Ever since the car accident, I finally realized how important it is to take the advice your parents give you and to always listen to the small things. The lesson I got from this accident is that everything happens for a reason. As I was being too cocky about being a new driver, thinking that I know everything and having a new car, the universe will always throw something into your way. But you have to figure out how to encounter it and adapt it to new ways. I guess everything hit me like a truck, and it changed who I am now today. Thank you for listening to my storyteller presentation.